Hey guys, Gary from Midwest Mike's here. Are you looking for a DJ for your next event? Well, call DJ Showtime, 816-260-2056. He can DJ your wedding, a special event, a bar and club event. Whether your event's large or small, DJ Showtime is your guy. He'll play music of all genres, whatever you guys want to hear, that's what he'll play. He's been DJing since 2005, lots of experience. Again, that phone number is 816-260-2056 at DJ Showtime KC34 on Twitter, DJ Showtime 3481 on Snapchat. And remember, this is Gary from Midwest Mike's. Tell him that I sent you. Contact DJ Showtime, 816-260-2056. All right, hey everybody, welcome in. I'm Gary.
This is Austin.
We are Midwest Mike's coming back at you another week, another show. We have a jam-packed show this week because last week I was in Mexico, so we had pre-recorded a show. So we're going to kind of hit on some stuff that happened that weekend while I was gone in Mexico. So be jealous because I was in Mexico and you guys weren't.
I'm really jealous. I was sitting here. We had good weather here, but I got all your snaps of the beach. It looked pretty fun.
Yeah, it was pretty perfect. Just, hanging out and enjoying the weather and having some cocktails and good food. I had a huge 1 kilogram steak. It was pretty nice. So it's a good trip. But while we were away, or actually before I left, but after we had recorded that show, Tiger Woods did win his first major golf tournament in 11 years. First time he had won the Masters in 14 years. His 5th Masters overall. And a lot of people are calling this the greatest comeback ever in sports.
Talking about comeback from low in career.
In career, injury. I mean, 2 years ago, this is a guy who said he didn't know if he'd ever be able to swing a golf club again because his back was so bad.
Yeah, and he's I think he's changed up his approach. He's gotten older, and he's kind of figured out different ways to go about it. Really, really exciting to watch. Tiger's a really dynamic golfer. Now, you can't say that a lot, right? Mm-hmm. Dynamic golfer, can't really say that. And Tiger's definitely he's must-watch TV. He's must-watch sports. So all the respect for that. And he looked really good. He ain't done.
No.
How many more does he need to catch the record on majors?
I'm really not sure.
4 more?
It's 4. I was going to say 4 off the top of my head. So it's somewhere around there. He still could get there. It'll be tough. But I think that probably the happiest people as it came into Sunday of the Masters, and they had to move it up time-wise because they were getting storms down there in Augusta.
Yeah.
They were expecting storms, so they moved the start of the tournament up that day. But I think the happiest people were probably CBS because Tiger equals ratings. Whether you love him or you hate him, people are going to tune in that don't even watch golf just to see Tiger Woods knowing that he's in contention and could possibly win the Masters.
Everybody was talking about it.
Oh, yeah, it was everywhere.
Next day, people were talking about it the day of. They're talking about it the next day. It was definitely the biggest. NBA playoffs are going on, which games are pretty good. But this is that was the biggest sports story of the day for sure, and of the week.
Yeah,
it
week.
Really is.
And obviously, we're talking about it a week late. So hey, but we need vacation too. So we had pre-recorded a show. You guys still got content, but. Anyway, Tiger Woods, I was very impressed. I watched part of it when I was at lunch with my wife, and then we got on the road to begin our trek to Mexico to go to the airport and everything. So I did not get to watch him down the stretch, but, I was definitely following on my phone every hole, and I was tuning in through my phone, so that was the best I could do. But if I'd have been in front of a TV, I'd have been watching it.
Yeah, same here. I was working, but I had it on my phone, so I was watching it. It was I think I found some free YouTube streaming thing that some off channel, and they were showing it, so watched it on there, and then later on I got on YouTube and watched somebody put together a highlight thing. I think it was CBS or something. So I put that together, and then I watched that. So whatever I didn't get to see. So it was really good. Gut instinct. Does it say you think he sets the record for majors? It all depends on how many years he has left.
Yeah, it all depends on how his back holds up.
So I'm sure this guy's got the best staff and trainers in the world
Oh,
that are
yeah.
helping him out. And take it, what he should do really is he should hit up old Thomas Brady and see how Brady stays so good, because Brady does a lot of Brady. I talk about Brady a lot because we think he's GOAT and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
Brady does a lot of conventional and unconventional training to keep his body really fresh. Puts a lot of time and money into it. A lot of these big time athletes are doing the same thing. Tiger should look into it too. LeBron James is big on that stuff.
Yep.
LeBron James sinks. It's a couple million, I think, a year into just keeping his body up. Tiger, obviously, probably Tiger's been doing some of that stuff because he looked really good. He looked vintage Tiger Woods.
And honestly, I mean, I would love to see Tiger Woods come out and break that record.
I would too. It's good for sports. It's good for golf.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, golfing community should be rooting for him because there's really not another, like we said, dynamic. There's not another guy like that right now.
Yeah, in fact, I'll just throw it out there. Tiger Woods, if you want to come on the show anytime, call us up.
Yeah, we're gonna tag you in the show. You fly out here, man, to Overland Park and come on the show.
Yeah. We'll I don't know if we have a budget to put you up at the DoubleTree, but hey, we'll see what we can do. Maybe,
No, you can just stay. I got a spare bedroom, dude. You can stay. Yeah, I mean, leave I don't know about bringing all your paparazzi, all your crew, not paparazzi, all your crew with you. Just you can show up, man.
Yeah.
Hang out at the house. We'll have you on the show. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we could even do a Twitter interview, or something like that.
Yeah, we can do it by phone if you want, man. Tiger, do it, man. Come on.
Come on, Tiger Woods. By the way, those of you guys that might be wondering, you can go to MidwestMikes.com and get a link to all of our social media, or find us at Midwest Mikes on Twitter, which also has all those links to check that out. But anyway, so moving on, you mentioned the NBA playoffs that are going on right now.
Yep.
Big time. There's been a lot of great first round matchups. The one that I guess I've been following closest is the Thunder, just because they're closest in proximity to us, and they are down 3-1.
They are down 3-1. I like watching Westbrook, but during the playoffs, he is not. He's proven this. He is not the same. He can get a triple dub, but I think last night he scored. I think it was 14.
Yeah, he had I think in the second half he was like 1 for 7.
This guy scored 14 points and he shot 5 for 21. So tied with Paul George for taking the most shots on the team. Paul George takes 21 shots, ends up with 32 points. Westbrook takes 21 shots, ends up with 14 points. Paul George, actually, as far as like the differential thing, they say when you're on the court, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Westbrook was a minus 17. Paul George just a minus 2. And Paul George played for 37 minutes while Westy played the whole game, played 40. So I don't know. I mean, they just don't. Westbrook in the playoffs, I don't know. Could they still come back? Sure. They got this. They got a good squad, but Portland's really putting a beating on them.
Yeah.
And I also think that Lillard's in Westbrook's head big time. If you guys want to see some funny stuff, you can YouTube it or whatever. But there's a whole mashup of Lillard and Westbrook getting at each other, little petty things, pushing each other, this and this and that, which I love. I love it.
Yeah.
The playoffs in the NBA seem to get a lot more physical, whereas during the regular season, these guys they'll play physical, at times, but they really understand that the season is more of a marathon, while the playoffs. Actually, it's best at a 7, but it's still more urgent.
Still sprint. I mean,
these guys start playing a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Which we like to see. So
and the drama goes up with each round. So what's the next first round matchup you want to talk about that's going on?
Well, we could talk about the one sweep that we had was the Celtics. Celtics swept the Pacers.
Oh, that's right. That one ended last night.
Not a surprise. 4-0.
Yeah.
I actually thought the Celtics team was the regular season was just okay. It was still good regular season, but during playoff time they're coming up. Kyrie.
He's a veteran guy who's been there.
Yeah, now he can finally say he's kind of the leader.
Yeah.
He's been there. He's playing really well. I am surprised. I'm not surprised, but I think Boston needs to enjoy him because I think he is leaving. the notice is that he wants to go somewhere else, and I think New York is where he's going to end up.
So who will Boston play in the next round? Who are they waiting the winner of?
Let me look that up real quick. Actually, let me look at the bracket real fast.
Okay. While you're pulling that up, Boston, like you said, sweep, no surprise to me either. I feared Kyrie and company would kind of handle business there in that first round against the Pacers. The Pacers were a team that was good enough to get in, but they were kind of fighting for their lives too at the same time.
Oh, I got it. Boston's the 4 seed, so they'll end up playing Milwaukee's 3-0 on Detroit. They'll end up playing the Bucks.
Yeah,
which that'll be
Milwaukee will win that series.
Yeah, Milwaukee will play Boston, and that's going to be a really good series because you got Giannis on that team, who might be the MVP of the league. We'll see. Milwaukee's the 1 seed, and they got a lot of talent. Boston's just they've got a lot of young guys, and then they got Kyrie and Al Horford's on there, and it's a lot of great coaches, Brad Stevens. So that's going to be a really, really nice matchup. Your other the other matchup that's getting kind of really physical is Philly and Brooklyn.
Which is really no shock. I mean, Joel Embiid is no stranger to getting physical with guys. Mm-hmm. And saying, I'm the man.
He elbowed somebody pretty hard. I can't remember, elbowed somebody the other night pretty hard, and he was laughing about it at the press conference, and Embiid's a beast. At times, he could be the best player. I don't know about not the NBA, but in the East. Mm-hmm. He's right there if he stays healthy, which he's missed. I think he's missed 1 game. And they actually won that. A nice thing if you're a
Philadelphia
fan of Philly, you're happy about that because if you're missing Joel and you still win, that's big time.
Yeah,
they got Jimmy Butler, all those guys. So the biggest story for the Nets is Russell, who's a killer now since the Lakers. For some reason decided to let him go because he was snitching on guys in the locker room or something or other about girlfriends or something, so they decided to move him, and he's really coming to his own. But and then the winner of that will play Toronto and Orlando, and I see Toronto winning that series. I like Kawhi Leonard. Orlando just didn't have the personnel to match up.
Yeah.
But that's that. I don't know. I actually haven't watched any of the Toronto games at all. The really ones I'm trying to catch would be, like you said, Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder.
And then Philly and Brooklyn's been really good. So, moving on to the other side, your 1 seed Golden State's playing the Clippers. Super physical, but the Clippers just don't have the talent.
Yep. I mean, Golden State's going to handle business.
But yeah, they really, really physical. Beverly's really super physical defender. He's getting to Durant. If you're a Golden State fan, you're used to it. 1 game, Beverly kind of shut Durant down. Durant had more. It was game 3. Durant had more turnovers than he did, I think, shot attempts. And so, then the next game he comes out and scores 35. Sometimes you feel like these guys are just messing around.
Yeah.
And so sometimes they just take a night off. Seriously.
I really feel like with NBA guys, they can just flip a switch and, hey, I'm going to perform well tonight, so I'm going to go hard. Or another night, I'm going to go out and play, but I'm not going to give my all tonight.
Yeah, and you actually you see it big time too sometimes with LeBron. LeBron will run the math in his head and kind of say, "Ooh, we're not going to win this game. It's time to slow it down."
Yeah.
Or it's time to turn it up or whatever. So Golden State's going to take that, I'm sure. Houston and Utah. Houston's up 3-0. Houston's going to win that series.
Yep.
Portland, the Blazers, Oklahoma City. I think the Thunder actually, like we talked about before, I think the Thunder could come back on them because they are that talented. Other one, Denver, San Antonio, 2-2. Denver's like that. Denver's been like that team that does really well in the regular season, and then come playoff time,
have not performed.
Yeah, not really sure.
That's the 1 seed, right? Or
that's the 2. That's the 2.
2, yeah, because Golden State's the 1. Yeah.
So forever they were for a while during the regular season they were the 1, and all of a sudden Golden State just goes, okay, let's turn on the switch.
Yeah,
let's become the 1 seed. Okay, let's go ahead and get home field. So they got it, and and Spurs probably have the best coach in the NBA.
Yeah,
with Pop. So that's a 7 seed that could beat a 2. I still think my favorite to win the NBA championship is Golden State.
Way to go out on a limb there.
Well, it's hard. You know what? When they're the thing is, man, when they're we talked about it at the beginning of the NBA season. You never ever see